Walk into any Depression-era home and, well, look up at the roof. The boards above you, often built with what was considered cheap or even scrap wood at the time, are still solid. Sometimes they even outperform modern plywood and those engineered panels that start sagging, warping or rotting after just a decade. This isn't magic or luck. It's actually the result of thoughtful material selection, centuries-old construction wisdom, and passive design principles that prioritized timber longevity over speed or cost-cutting. Today, we're uncovering why these roofs have survived, what modern builders tend to overlook, and how you can apply these lessons to protect your timber today. Subscribe to Echoes of Valor, because honestly, this knowledge can turn your modern roof from a temporary shelter into a structure built to last generations. The first key is timber selection and seasoning. During the Depression, builders often used dense, slow-grown lumber from older trees or even reclaimed timber from older structures. Unlike modern plywood, which is engineered from layers of fast-grown wood and adhesives, Depression-era boards had tight growth rings and naturally high resin content. This made the wood both stronger and more resistant to moisture penetration. They also air-dried the timber for months or even years, reducing internal moisture content and ensuring the wood wouldn't warp excessively when installed. Today, using dense, seasoned timber, whether reclaimed or carefully sourced, can really help replicate this natural durability, giving your roof a fighting chance against rot and deformation. Next is the way boards were laid. Builders in the 1930s didn't just place boards randomly, they staggered seams, aligned boards for optimal load distribution, and accounted for natural expansion and contraction. This careful placement minimized weak points where moisture could collect or stress could concentrate, preventing premature decay. Modern plywood sheets, in contrast, often rely on adhesives and mechanical fasteners rather than thoughtful placement, leaving them vulnerable to delamination and sagging over time. Applying a staggered or interlocking layout, even with modern panels, can enhance structural longevity while mimicking the passive resilience of Depression-era roofs. Ventilation played a subtle but critical role. Roofs were designed to allow airflow through the attic or under the sheathing, reducing moisture accumulation that would otherwise compromise timber. Ridge vents, open eaves, or small gaps between boards facilitated passive cooling, which moderated temperature extremes and prevented condensation. Modern constructions frequently seal roofs tightly with vapor barriers, trapping heat and moisture and creating conditions ripe for fungal growth. By integrating breathable ventilation pathways, homeowners can protect modern timber from the same slow deterioration that plagues sealed systems. The geometry and pitch of roofs were another overlooked factor. Steeper pitches, common in Depression-era designs, allowed rain and snow to shed quickly while reducing exposure to sunlight-induced heat. Less direct exposure meant timber expanded and contracted less dramatically, maintaining structural integrity. Modern low-pitched roofs often accumulate water or create stagnant zones, stressing boards and promoting rot. When building or restoring a roof today, even modest adjustments in slope, overhangs, and orientation can dramatically reduce stress on timber and extend its service life. Construction techniques also mattered. Builders frequently reinforce critical rafters with secondary braces or purlins, distributing weight more evenly across the roof and preventing any single beam from bearing excessive load. Modern plywood often lacks this redundancy, relying instead on the inherent strength of the engineered sheet, which can, unfortunately, fail faster under localized stress. By adding support braces or interdependent elements, homeowners can emulate this historical wisdom, ensuring even modern timber endures longer. Surface treatment added another layer of protection. Many Depression-era roofs received coats of linseed oil, pine tar or paint, which protected the wood from moisture while allowing it to breathe. Unlike contemporary sealants that trap vapor and sometimes accelerate decay, these treatments maintain the natural movement of timber and slowed rot. Applying breathable coatings today can replicate this effect, providing a simple, chemical-free way to preserve wood. Finally, maintenance habits were integral. Even simple inspections after storms or seasonal changes allowed homeowners to clear debris, replace misaligned boards, and ensure ventilation channels remained unobstructed. These small, routine interventions prevented minor issues from escalating into structural problems. Today, adopting a disciplined inspection routine, particularly for older roofs or those built with modern panels, ensures long-term performance and mirrors the preventive practices that kept Depression-era roofs intact for decades. Applying these lessons today requires a combination of material selection, thoughtful design, and regular maintenance. Use dense, seasoned timber, stagger or interlock boards strategically, incorporate passive ventilation, design roof geometry for rapid water runoff, reinforce critical rafters, apply breathable protective coatings, and inspect regularly. These steps, drawn from historical wisdom, can transform a modern roof from a temporary cover into a structure that endures for generations. If this guide has shown you why Depression-era roofs outlast modern plywood and how you can apply these timeless strategies today, subscribe to Echoes of Valor and share this video with anyone passionate about historic construction, timber preservation, or long-lasting roofs. History isn't just a story. It's a blueprint for building smarter, stronger, and longer-lasting structures.